Hello guys! Welcome to the sixth part of the SASS and Advanced CSS course. Today we are going to continue the navigation on our page. We are going to create the menu. Let me show you the final result that we will achieve. Here we've got our menu, and when we click on it, the black background covers our entire page, and in the center we've got these 5 elements that are highlighted when we hover over them. So let's jump into the code. The first thing that we want to have is the background. So let's create a div with a class nav background, and inside of it we'll have the menu. So another class called nav menu, and here we've got our unnumerical list with 5 list items. So let's create it. It will be an UL element with class nav menu list, and inside we can have 5 list style elements, list item elements. So we can make here the list element times 5 with the emmet, and inside of it we'll have a tag with a ref linked to hash, so to our page, and with a class called nav menu link, and we can close it here and put our first title. It will be news. We can copy it to each of our list items. Here also we'll change the names in a while for each link. So here will be about us. Next one will be new models of guitars. Here we can give history of the company, and also at the end contact us. And we've got the structure of our HTML file complete. So now we can refresh our page and see what we've got. So here we've got our menu. It doesn't look interesting at this moment, so we can jump into the SASS file and style it. So here into the navigation, first thing that we can do is to style our background. It will be the easiest part. So here we've got the background element that we've created, and we can make the width set to 100 VW, so it means 100% of our viewport width, and the height will be set to 100 VH, so the 100% of our viewport height. Also, we can set the background color to color primary, and we can use position fixed. So the element will always be in the same place when we scroll the page. The page, it will follow us. We can specify the left to 0 and also the top to 0 to start from the left top corner. The Z index can be set to 1 to cover elements that are below this, and maybe see what we've got now. And here is our element, and it has covered our whole page that we have made. So let's hide it and only show it when it's needed, so when this button is clicked. We can use here also the transform property that we already used before, and use translate Y and move this background to the top, so set it to -100 VH. So the element will be on the top of this page, but it will be invisible. So now when we refresh the page, we won't see this element. So we can now go to the animation. In order to see the background, we will need to use the checked pseudo class of the checkbox. So we can here use the same checkbox as before, and when it's checked, we'll use the general sibling selector and go to the nav background. As you can see, the general sibling selector will use the element that is on the same level, and inside of it we can set the transform property to translate y set to 0 to move it to the initial place. And you can see the result now. When we click on this menu, it makes visible, but we are missing the animation that we have seen on the final version. So let's implement it. We'll use the transition property, set to all 0.5 seconds, and we'll need a special animation, a special type of animation to make it look cool. We'll use the cubic-bezier function, which takes arguments. But how to know which arguments will look cool? You can find it in the web. Just in Google type cubic-bezier, and here you can find the animation. You can have fun with it. You can select every animation. Just click here, go, and you can see how the animation will look like. Maybe the duration is a little bit too long. And you can see that this animation goes another way like the other. You can also specify your own animation here with these two bubbles. And as you can see, it came back a little bit. Just have fun with it. I've already prepared the final animation that we want to use, and I will copy it, and you can write it or get it from the GitHub repository from the final version. And let's save the document, and now we've got this nice animation. Maybe we don't see the whole animation because here is the same container with the same color like our background, so it didn't look really cool, but after you will see it better. So let's go to our menu. Styling the menu will be quite easy. You will see. First of all, what we can do is to go to the menu class, and inside of it, let's display it as a flex. Make the height to 100% of the page. Justify content as a flexbox property set to center, and the align items also will be centered. So we've got our 5 elements in the center of the page, and now we can increase the font size to 3.5 rem and the color set to color white transparent. Now we can use the menu link. We can go to the styling, the menu link, and inside of it, it's the list. The menu link is the unordered list. So inside of it, we'll set the list style to none, to don't have these bullets. The text align will be set to center, and the line height to divide these elements will be set to 7 rem. And the last thing that we want to have is to style our link. So it was the class menu link. Oh, sorry, I've made a mistake. Here should be menu list. Here is menu link, and inside of it, the text decoration set to none to remove the underline. The display set to block. The minimal width of each element should be 25 rem to make them look the same. The cursor should be set to pointer in order to give the feeling that it's a clickable element. The color set to color white, and also we can set a border radius set to our variable that we already have, the button border radius. And let's see how it looks like for this moment. And as you can see, it looks already good, but we don't have the hover effect when we hover over these elements. So let's make it. So we can call the hover pseudo class, and inside of it let's put the color to color primary, and also the background color to color white to invert this color. Background color set to color white, and also let's add a transition to make it look as an animation should. 0.2 seconds all, and reload. And now you can see that we've got 5 of our elements inside of our menu. It looks very amazing, as a modern website should look like. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next part of this course.